Hope you're having a great afternoon. It is 3:30, which means it's time for our afternoon coffee talk. I'm WESH 2 meteorologist Eric Burris, hanging out in the Weather Center with Chief over there in the corner, Tony Manifoli.
What up?
He's working on the forecast. He's checking my numbers twice. Going to find out if my forecasting abilities have been worth the price. I don't know if that's what you do. Anyway, it's beautiful outside. That much I can tell you. Let's look outside, see what's doing. There's our tower cam network in Daytona Beach, blue sky. The sea breeze came through early enough, and man, it made for a great breeze. Melbourne, let's check in, see how you're doing. Oh, as we look off to the west, definitely have some of those storms around. Yeah. Kennedy Space Center, let's check in to you. Got some of those storms up in Volusia County that we're looking at from our shot at the press mound, looking up toward the vehicle assembly building. Very, very cool. All right, let's head inland, see what's doing. Downtown Orlando, I spy with my little eye what looks like a summer's day for sure. Let's head over to the tourist district, see what's doing on our World Center tower cam. Disney Springs looking good. Tavares in Lake County looking good. And last but not least, Orlando International Airport. Yep. Flights having no issues. Yesterday, as those storms were doing crazy things and Manalfi was tracking the radar, there was a ground stop. All the late evening flights were just struggling to get in. What a mess it was. Let's talk about temperatures across Central Florida. Right now, we're at 93 in Orlando, 95 in the Villages, and our first warning live Doppler radar scanning and finding a few thunderstorms. Let's go right in here to Volusia County, particularly like West Volusia County. This one actually had a significant weather advisory posted earlier. I'll lapse it. You kind of see it just bubbling up and doing its thing. Wind velocity on our radar. Man, that looks good, Manalfi. Man, that looks good. It's not severe, thankfully, but 20 or so mile per hour winds showing up there. That's our Doppler's data. Definitely kind of some backing winds on the north side of it, but nothing too bad. So that's what's doing there. Let's look elsewhere down into northern Seminole County. If you live around Sanford, watching a little bit of rain out near the airport there. Nothing too strong. And as a matter of fact, we'll hit that button. We'll go to the wide perspective on our first warning live Doppler radar. And that's basically what we're tracking. A little bit of rain, it looks like. Oh, I hit the wrong button. A little bit of rain over in Osceola, but otherwise, we are fine. So for us this evening, what happens? Well, the next couple of hours, we're going to watch those showers and thunder showers firing up. Storms around for the 7 o'clock newscast that Manalfi will be tracking. He'll be busy again.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
I need to buy you a Red. You drink Red Bull?
No.
Drink coffee?
I don't. I'll drink some coffee.
You drink some coffee? He's a tea guy. So wait, so you do your 7 o'clock newscast and then you do 8 o'clock Facebook? Holy crow. When do you eat dinner?
Last night between the 6:30 and 7.
My God. Need to set up an Uber Eats train to take care of Manalfi. He's already a skinny little thing. Can't have him emaciated. Man. All right. So anyway, it's gonna be busy again tonight. Rains will fade around 9 o'clock, and interestingly enough, and I was mentioning this a little bit today during WESH 2 News at noon. The problem here is we're starting a trend. It's not even a problem. It's just what it is. We're starting to transition to fall just a little bit. So you may not notice it, but upstairs it's just a little cooler. So the problem is we got all this heat energy at the surface. It blows up those thunderstorms, taps into some of that cold air, and you get some hail. If you live in downtown Orlando, for example, you don't need me telling you. But I think that for today, first off, we're under a level 1 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms. Some of that could be hail. Some of that could be damaging winds, but those are kind of our primary concerns. So just keep that in mind if you're highlighted in green, which is basically our inland spots. So let's do this. Let's take a look at Futurecast. And if I could find the button. No, yes. All right, here's Futurecast. And, right off the bat, it's doing look at that. Manalfi, you weren't kidding. It is doing a great job. A little bit of shower activity out east. That's exactly what's playing out. 5, 6 o'clock, kind of waiting, and then we'll get some thunderstorm. Actually, it's not really doing much. I think we got a new run in. There it is. Okay, I clicked the wrong button. So a little bit of rain out east through the metro area. There's 5, 5:30, 6 o'clock. Yeah. And then by like 7, 8 o'clock, we kind of start to see things working out to the west. So some of it's going to linger late. Some of it is going to linger late, which means, might be an interesting bath time again at my house. We'll see. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at. For tomorrow, let's look at the rain chances over the next couple of days. We're going to keep those chances up there, my friends. 60% coverage for your Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Are you changing that? Are you going to keep the rain chances kind of where I left them?
What did I do? I did Saturday 40, Sunday 70.
Okay, so Saturday 40, Sunday 70. So
yours a little bit drier.
You dropped Saturday, but upped Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Front's coming back north. European's a little bit more south with the front than the geofence.
Got it. Okay, so that Saturday will change. Listen, that's why he's the chief. So, but either way, we're looking at a pretty active weather setup these next couple of days. Front's going to slide through. It's going to help to drop the humidity just a little bit. Muggy meter is looking fantastic. Going from steamy conditions to kind of comfy conditions this weekend. But yeah, it's going to be a stormy setup the next couple of days. But I'm happy to say, for those of us that have plans Saturday, Villanova coming to town, playing the Knights. Some storms around for tailgating, but clearing out nicely for kickoff. I'll be doing the forecast, by the way, at the game. So very, 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 very excited. This is going to be a great football game. What is it? Number 10, number 11, Tennessee Volunteer. I know that it's Tuesday. I don't care that it's Tuesday. It's college football. Give me my chance. Let me do a little bit of college football in my forecast, for goodness sake. Storms around up at the Swamp, but clearing nicely for the game itself. Now, for those of you Noles fans, I just have to laugh at this. Saturday at Boston College, Hurricane Lee's going to be in the vicinity. I'm not saying it's going to be there, but it's just pretty interesting when you look at the forecast up there at Boston College. Rain, gusty winds, temperatures in the 60s. That's going to be a mess for the Noles. Ooh. All right. Hurricane Lee continuing that trajectory, heading in that direction. Here's the forecast from the National Hurricane Center. Hurricane Lee not a threat to us other than the rough surf and rip currents these next couple of days. But it is going to be interesting to see Lee kind of working up to the north Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday. Somewhere around either Nova Scotia, Maine, somewhere up there. So that's going to be a mess. Meanwhile, back here at home, 7-day forecast before Manalfi's changes. All right, so this is my 7-day. Oh, did you already hit the button? Yeah. He already hit the button. It's already better. There you go. Oh, so you even upped it on Friday, too. Yeah. I was on the border. I should. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think you're right. So there you go. Stormy. Yeah, it's an interesting forecast, to say the least. There you go. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, anything? What if we have a downpour while this smoker is outside? Am I going to harm it if it's in the weather? Very first time using one. I mean, if it's an electric smoker, that would be my only worry. Like electricity. You do any smoking?
Cook food?
Yeah. Yeah, not smoking. I mean, like smoking food. Do you smoke? Are you a smoker?
I am not a smoker.
Not smoking cigarettes or cigars.
I don't have.
Do you smoke meat?
No.
Okay, he doesn't. Okay, so we can't ask Tony.
I understand what you meant.
I feel like I kept getting lost in translation because you didn't want to say the wrong thing. Oh man. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, to me, if it's an electric smoker, that could be a problem. Yeah.
I would think the natural logs or the they put in there are better.
Yeah.
Get that smoky.
Right, but then how do you control the temperature as much, right? Like
they have the openings at the bottom for the amount of air that gets in. So
right.
I guess if you close it,
it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's a process.
It's a whole thing. Yeah. How about the chance of continuous lightning like last night? Let's go to the man that was tracking that last night. Huh?
That was
Manalfi.
I have never had I've never had so much video sent to me in such a short period of time.
Yeah.
Like last night.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was telling Eric, man, it was like wall to wall from like 5 o'clock, the 5 o'clock broadcast through the 7 o'clock, leading right into
Yeah.
the CW18.
That was nuts.
It was nuts.
I was at a board meeting over at Advent. I was so tired afterward. I fell asleep. I woke up. I had like 9,000 text messages from the weather service.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was crazy.
But I got to thank our viewers. They always send us video.
Yeah, yeah.
And the videos last night were just amazing. In fact, every weather hit last night had different videos.
Oh, awesome.
Because we had so much good video. So, what do you got coming up at 4 for them, by the way?
Oh, boy.
What do you,
So if Hurricane Lee isn't hitting us, which thank goodness it isn't, what's impacting us from Lee? We know that the rain chances are going fakakta, but like fronts? What are we talking about fronts? We're going to talk about fronts.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about fronts and rough surf. And then Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi, you're going to be talking a little bit more about some things.
Yeah, well, we'll have that as well, but I think we need to time out and see how the sea breezes collide tonight. I think on your show, as you know, 4 o'clock, it's probably not going to be going, but later on in my shows, 5, 6, and now 7, we start to nowcast like we did last night.
He was talking about how the temperature dropped at 11 o'clock to 71, and then it went up to
77. And so here I am playing yo-yo with my hourly plan. It's like, dang, man, come on, really?
Every time. But the weather guys always get it wrong. Sometimes it's not easy, okay? We do the best we can. Ugh. Man. Laura's asking, are you ready for a busy night, Tony?
I'm ready. My brain is prepared.
His brain is prepared. He doesn't drink his Red Bull. But I believe me, I'm going to supply the man with tea. If need be, I'm going to offer the tea. Not like drama, not that sort of tea. The other kind of tea. But this is the update from the National Weather Service. Damaging winds and hail are really going to be the bigger concerns for us. All right? All right. So I got like 15, 18 minutes or so until newscast time. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Tony's going to be going on Facebook Live at 8 o'clock.
Right after the 7 o'clock live broadcast.
Look and see if he's got some crumbs in the corner of his mouth.
There's a chance of that.
Slams down some gabagool or whatever it is you got.
I'm not getting much time.
Yeah. All right. Be good, y'all. We'll